Have you ever faced a moment in life that felt completely overwhelming? A time when the challenges seemed insurmountable and you questioned why it was happening to you? What if I told you there's a way not just to endure these hardships, but to embrace them fully? This mindset shift is what the Stoics call Amor Fati, love of fate. Welcome back to our channel, Downfall to Rise. In today's video, we'll explore how to apply this timeless Stoic principle to overcome life's most difficult situations. The idea of Amor Fati comes from the great Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, who taught that we should see every experience, good or bad, as essential to our journey. Amor Fati is about accepting what happens to us and loving it because it shapes who we are. It's a radical acceptance of life where you embrace everything that comes your way and turn obstacles into opportunities for growth. But let's go deeper. Amor Fati isn't just about passive acceptance. It's an act of love for all events in life. This approach transforms the way we see adversity. Instead of asking, "Why me?" we begin to ask, "What can I learn from this?" Imagine a life where setbacks no longer defeat you, but inspire you to become stronger and wiser. This is the essence of Amor Fati, and it's the ultimate Stoic lesson for navigating life's toughest moments. 1. Recognize that suffering is part of the human condition. It's tempting to believe that life should be free of pain and adversity, but this belief only leads to disappointment. The Stoics remind us that suffering is not unique to us. It's a universal experience that everyone will face at some point. Marcus Aurelius himself endured immense hardship during his reign: wars, betrayal, and personal loss. Yet he never saw himself as a victim. Instead, he accepted these struggles as part of his fate. By embracing this truth, you gain strength. When you see pain as a shared human experience, it no longer isolates you. It connects you with others, reminding you that you are not alone in your battles. 2. Shift from resistance to acceptance. The greatest source of suffering often isn't the situation itself, but our resistance to it. When we fight against what's happening, we create a mental struggle that intensifies our pain. Resistance sounds like, "This shouldn't be happening," or "Why is this happening to me?" Instead, practice the Stoic mindset of acceptance. This doesn't mean resignation or giving up. It means acknowledging reality as it is. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What stands in the way becomes the way." When you stop fighting reality, you free up mental energy to respond effectively. Ask yourself, what if this situation was designed just for me? What if this was a challenge meant to build me into the person I need to become? This perspective shift is the beginning of Amor Fati. 3. Reframe adversity as an opportunity. The Stoics viewed obstacles as stepping stones. When you face a problem, you have two choices: see it as a barrier that stops you, or see it as an opportunity to grow. This is where Amor Fati comes into play. Every difficult situation can teach you something valuable if you look for it. Imagine your job is causing extreme stress, making you feel overwhelmed. Instead of being crushed by it, reframe it as an opportunity to build resilience and problem-solving skills. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This means that whatever blocks your path can be used to sharpen your skills and mindset. Turn adversity into your training ground. 4. Embrace the power of impermanence. One of the reasons difficult situations feel unbearable is because we believe they'll last forever. But the truth is, everything in life is temporary. The Stoics were masters at reminding themselves of the impermanence of all things. They knew that time would eventually change every circumstance, good or bad. Next time you're facing a tough situation, remind yourself, "This too shall pass." Embracing impermanence can help you detach from the intensity of your emotions and see the bigger picture. This doesn't mean you should become indifferent to your struggles, but rather see them as passing storms rather than permanent conditions. 5. Take responsibility for your response. Amor Fati doesn't mean passively accepting what happens to you without action. Instead, it's about focusing on what you can control, your response. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that while we can't control external events, we can control how we respond to them. For example, if you lose your job, Amor Fati would not suggest you just sit back and do nothing. Instead, it encourages you to see this as an opportunity to reevaluate your career, learn new skills, or explore new paths. Your reaction is what defines you, not the event itself. Always ask yourself, what is within my power to do right now? 6. Practice gratitude for every experience. Gratitude is a powerful tool in the Amor Fati philosophy. When you're grateful for every experience, even the hard ones, you start to see life as a gift. The Stoics believed that every situation, no matter how difficult, offers something to be thankful for. You can practice this by writing down 3 things you're grateful for every day, especially during tough times. This shifts your mindset from focusing on what you lack to appreciating what you have. Over time, you'll start to see even challenges as blessings in disguise. 7. Detach from outcomes and embrace the process. A common source of suffering is our attachment to specific outcomes. We set goals and expectations, and when reality doesn't match them, we feel frustrated or defeated. The Stoic way is to detach from these outcomes and focus on the process instead. When you focus on the process, every moment becomes an opportunity to do your best, regardless of the results. This mindset is liberating because you're no longer bound by the fear of failure. As Epictetus said, do your best and leave the rest. This is the true spirit of Amor Fati. 8. Remind yourself that you have the inner strength to endure. The Stoics believe that we are stronger than we think. Every time you face a difficult situation, remind yourself that you've survived everything up until now. You have an inner reservoir of strength that only reveals itself in times of adversity. Whenever you feel like giving up, reflect on past challenges you've overcome. Remember Marcus Aurelius' words, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. You are more resilient than you give yourself credit for." 9. Develop a long-term perspective. Sometimes the best way to overcome a tough situation is to zoom out and look at it from a long-term perspective. Ask yourself, will this matter a year from now? 5 years from now? More often than not, the things that feel overwhelming today will seem insignificant in the grand scheme of your life. 10. Remember that you always have a choice. No matter how difficult a situation is, you always have a choice in how you respond. This is the essence of Stoicism. Life may throw challenges your way, but you decide whether to see them as curses or blessings. 11. Be prepared for anything. The Stoics practiced a form of mental preparation called premeditatio malorum, where they imagined possible difficulties ahead of time. By mentally preparing for adversity, they were never caught off guard. 12. Live according to your principles, no matter what. Finally, the best way to overcome any challenge is to stay true to your values. In every situation, ask yourself, what would a wise person do? Stick to your principles, and you'll never lose your way. Amor Fati is a mindset that can transform your entire life. When you embrace everything that happens with gratitude and love, you become unstoppable. Every challenge, every setback, every difficult situation is no longer a threat, but an ally in your journey toward becoming your best self. Live with Amor Fati, and there's nothing life can throw at you that you cannot handle. If you found these Stoic principles helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content on Stoicism and personal development.